The first and foremost benefit of event sourcing, which we've mostly elaborated on so far, is storing all the data possible by storing the journey and history instead of the snapshot, projection, or the last state. Actually, this one makes the other benefits possible. Second is that it makes polyglot persistence or polyglot data hassle-free, or should I say possible. Next video is all about the subject. Third benefit is that it makes CQRS easy. CQRS is a pattern introduced by Greg Young for separating the read and write concerns in the domain level and letting them evolve separately, both in code level and in technology. Entities publishing domain events and reports being generated by subscribing to those events is one of the easiest and feasible ways of implementing this pattern. Fourth benefit, event sourcing makes temporal queries possible. Asking any wild questions from your data, factoring the time in, is only truly possible by event sourcing. The audit log pattern might be an opponent here, but we'll talk about this pattern and its differences with shortcomings and actually other aspects of it in another episode. Fifth benefit, by event sourcing, which is the write and transaction model, optimistic logs trivial and a side effect. Actually, this enables a lot of benefits like high performance. Six, and maybe one of the most important ones, is that event sourcing makes your data migration problems go away. I mean, it has its own difficulties, and data migration is one of the hardest problems to solve. But event sourcing is an enabler, and migrating fine-grained, intention-revealing events is far easier than migrating tables and columns having a lot of data. Without event sourcing, you might be able to migrate your data and schema forward, but doing that backward is almost impossible. And for those of you who are arguing with that, I want you to imagine a common situation where you have migrated your code, data, and schema, and you have published the new version. And after 10 days of storing new data into the new schema, you suddenly realize a bug in your code and you need to deploy the previous version. So what would you do with the new data in the new faulty schema? Event sourcing makes all these problems go away. We also recognize and keep even wrong events appended to the history, because that's an important and special data on its own, which helps to rewind the time back, both on the code and data level, and do a thorough debugging. And you can drop all other data structures and persistence technologies and repopulate them from events, because you've got the source of truth, which is the actually stream of your events. So not only a full recovery from any failure is possible, but also the failure related data is modeled and recorded for free. We will tackle and show these benefits and pros in the examples and projects that we will work on in the next episode. So stay tuned.